Hi everyone. Today we have with us a retail legend of Lenskart, Gagneet Singh. Gagneet is a visionary in the world of retail. His insights and experiences are not just lessons, they are a roadmap to success. Let's begin our conversation with him today and let's explore the secret sauce to retail success. Hi Gagneet, how are you?
Hi Swati, I'm doing good. Thank you.
140 plus stores and a team of 650 plus team members. It's huge.
It's huge.
How do you feel being the captain of this ship?
I feel honored and I really feel a lot responsible as well. It's a combination of both.
Were you always in retail? What's your story?
So my story goes back to the year 2008, and that's the time when I started working in retail. I spent good time with an American audio brand. Then I moved to another organization which was into luxury. Then I came into electronics back again for next 4 years, which was into mass electronics. And the last whooping 7 years have been with Lenskart. I'm very proud of it.
7 years. It's quite a journey.
It's quite a journey. Fortunately at Lenskart, the learning never stops. I joined Lenskart as an area operations manager. And I can proudly say that, I am the first area operations manager that Lenskart has seen, which has gone on to become zonal manager, then business head, now a circle head.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very proud of it.
Would you want to talk about some of the experiences that have shaped you into the leader you are today and some of the key challenges that you may have faced in your journey?
If I were to talk about that, what has been some of the biggest changes that have happened to me, I think the more that I've gone through the ranks and the more that I've gone through my retail career, I've become a better people manager. And I've realized it over the years that the more better I've become as a people manager, better I've been able to deliver as a business manager. But yes, it's a never-ending curve. My mom and I, we really joke a lot about it. She would always find me busy, and she would ask me that, now you're an area manager. When are you going to be having some time? And I was like, it's coming soon. Then I became a zonal manager. It's like, now when? Like, it's coming soon. It's coming. So I think it's never really going to happen because you get more set of responsibilities and you realize yourself, in fact, that, you have so much to take care of, not only within your organization, but as an individual, you have so much to learn, so much to even inspire people for.
So as you know, Lenskart is coming up with this beautiful initiative called L.O.V.E, Love.
Right.
What are your thoughts on it?
So, as the full form goes, living with outstanding values and empathy, I think it's a brilliant initiative. And why I say it's a brilliant initiative, because Lenskart has been living its core values, for a long time. We've been present for close to 15 years now. But, adding the empathy part to our values, I think it's really going to be the next game changer for all of us. And, we've been exercising empathy towards our customers. Now, I think there's a strong feeling inside the core group also that empathy towards our customers, not only external and internal, I think they both have to go hand in hand.
What are your thoughts, Gagneet, on empathy in the context of workplace?
I think empathy is part of you. You cannot learn empathy. You have to develop it as an individual. Professional, personal empathy coexists with you. It's something that comes from within, right?
Yeah.
And you can think about your time when you were in college, how you would have helped someone in need, maybe a friend of yours. Or today you can talk about a colleague who may need some help, is in a very dire situation. What have you done in both these situations? I think you've been very empathetic.
Have you faced a situation where you've seen a sort of tension between achieving the business goals and maintaining a people-centric culture?
It happens a lot of time. And, the festival period is the biggest time I think I can talk about, where, of course, people want to celebrate Diwali, Holi, Eid, with their family. But then those are also the times, when you have a lot of footfalls coming to the store. So there is always a dilemma how to maintain the right manpower mix at the store. And that is a time, when we've been able to convince and talk out with a lot of people by explaining them, why their presence would be required on the store floor. And to a lot of people, it has come very naturally. They have been able to understand that, okay, I should be present on the festival day because there will be customers whom I need to, serve. I can share one example of a store manager who works for us at a store in Kota city. It was Eid, and we requested him that is it possible, and it was a request that really went out. And in fact, he was so helpful. He attended the namaz, and then here he was back at the store, running like a true leader that he is today.
How do you ensure that your people feel heard and understood even in high pressure situations, Gagneet?
See, high pressure situations, they kind of exist in everyday life of working, but the formula that I have adapted is like being transparent as much as possible, and I think I've seen a lot of high success on it. Whenever I've been able to communicate with my team in 100% transparency, I've been able to tell them the real problem on hand, and then I've given them a chance that what is their narrative about this problem, how do they perceive it, and I've allowed them to come out with open comments. I've allowed them to come out with open discussions, and then we've been able to come up with an amicable stand on it. And that is where I think the empathy part has really come in. They've been able to hear my problems, the problem that we have for business. I've been able to understand their concerns, and then we've been able to jointly solve it out.
And how do you really motivate your team, to be empathetic with customers as well as their other team members?
See, as I said, empathy is a lifestyle that you need to follow, and the more you are able to inspire people yourself as being a key leader, that when you are listening to them and helping them solve their problems, I think that is what they will then further do with your customers, and that is what they will also do with their fellow members, and I think it all flows from the top. Let's give people a chance to express themselves out, and let's give them a chance to put across their points. Be a patient listener. Tell them back, this is okay, this is not okay, and what is not okay, tell it with a very solid reasoning.
What do you feel are some of the qualities that are absolutely essential for success in retail?
If I would sum up retail, it's just one line. You take care of your people, and they will take care of everything else that you want.
Oh, that's lovely.
Right? So as a retailer myself, I think if you're a good people manager, as I said earlier also, you will make things fall in line. But if you talk about business, I think brilliant execution and a strong follow-up are the two other things, apart from being a great people leader, one should have to have a real success in retail.
So Gagneet, if you were to go back to your younger version.
I'm still young, but why not? I would love to go back.
oh yes, that's so true. You look so fit. But if you were to go back in time and give an advice to your younger version, what advice would it be?
I think the one advice that I would go back and give to my younger self is that don't worry a lot. Most of the times I have seen myself being worried a lot, cluttered my mind with the problem. Rather, I should have been cluttering my mind with the solution.
All right. So don't overthink. Don't focus on the problems. Focus on the solutions. What role has continuous learning and adaptability played in your career?
So I've been lucky enough to work in different spectrums of retail. I have spent about 8 years with electronics industry, which has been divided into masses and luxury as a segment. Then I spent about good 2 years just with the luxury. And my last 7 years have been with Lenskart, which is a completely different industry altogether. Every customer walking in has a different eye power. So it's a unique customer every time. So this is where the learning and the adaptability comes into picture. Had I not been adaptive, had we not done different kind of learnings, we would have never been where we are. Just to give you some examples, we've taken customer returns in 2 days. Now we do it in 15 minutes. We've delivered progressives in 15 days. And now we deliver progressive in maybe 2 days max out, and single vision in 1 day. So we've learned, we adapted, and here we are today.
What advice would you give to a team member who aspires to be in a similar role or a position as you?
But I think we retailers, we bring smile on the face of every customer, any industry for that matter. And people come to us, we give them solutions, and we bring smile on their faces. So one advice, you really have to have a mindset of a retailer. Number one, think about that every customer who's coming to you, and we talk a lot about this in Lenskart, is a family member whom you're attending to. What is the level of service that you would want to give them?
Yeah.
That is something that you have to always keep at the back of the mind. Every customer is a special customer. Keep trying new things. You will fail in a lot of them. but that's okay. It's okay to fail, right? But keep trying and never shy away from experimenting. That is the key mantra of, in retail. One last thing I want to say is that in retail, you're always dealing with the people. Let it be your customers, let it be your own colleagues. You're always going to be amongst the people. Listen, evaluate, then speak back. I think this is really going to be the key for anyone going forward.
The position you are at, do you still fail? And if yes, how do you really cope up with these failures and setbacks?
See, I think the expression on my face just said it. I think we all fail, and I really think it's okay to fail. The moment you fail, you realize that okay, there's an opportunity that you have missed, maybe for your internal customer, for your external customer, and that's a problem that you have to solve. And how do I take failure? At times, the first expression of failure is a lot of disappointment, and once the disappointment has sunk in, and the only thing that has to follow through is what are the best possible options, what are the best alternates to be given, and then choose the best alternate and then just execute it and then just follow through it.
I'm sure we all are curious and inquisitive to know the Gagneet outside of work. So what do you do in your free time or maybe your time of relaxation?
So I've been a lot into sports. Till about my college, I was a lot into cricket, and then I picked up squash as a game, which I continued till about pre-COVID times. And just about pre-COVID, I went into heavy power weightlifting. Not many people know it. I love to write.
What do you write?
I can write in Hindi, Punjabi, English, and I can write out any emotion.
Can you share a favorite book, movie, or maybe a podcast that has had a significant impact on your life?
So I think more than a movie or a book, I've been inspired a lot by people, by personalities, and one such personality happens to be Dwayne Johnson, or The Rock, international wrestler and now big time movie star. And what really inspires me is that he's a great hustler. He would work out from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Then drive his truck to take care of his family, come back in the evening, then again train. And at one point of time, he had about $7 in his pocket, and the only option that he had for himself was to either live with it or make something out of it. And now we know what he has made out of it. I think it really inspires me a lot.
How do you manage work-life balance?
See, I think there is nothing like a work-life balance. I think the right word over here is responsibility. And if there is a responsibility to be taken at work or at home, one has to own up and take it.
I wish I could go on with this conversation, but I think in the interest of time, one last question for today. If you were to give one piece of advice, one piece of leadership advice, what would it be?
See, everyone follows a different skill set of being a leader, and there are a lot of leadership styles that exist. But I think there is one thing which is common to everyone. Stay humble, keep trying, and the core of this is going to be your people. Stay connected with them as much as possible. You'll learn a lot and you'll grow with them a lot. And if they grow, you are certainly going to grow.
Awesome. It was amazing conversating with you, Gagneet. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Well, that was an amazing conversation. I hope you found it insightful too. Until next time, stay tuned, stay inspired.